it's me. I'm back for a second time this morning. I hope you are all well and enjoyed the romp through my pre-order, assuming you watched. If you didn't, that's fine too. I have something different now to show you. So, just finishing sorting myself out, which won't take long. I have a coffee, which is always good. So we're doing super quick Christmas cards today in our coffee and chat. I am going to be using some designer series paper that in Europe is now sold out, but I have some alternative options for you. Hello, Ineke from the Netherlands, and congratulations. I just spotted you have promoted. Woohoo! So well done you. I will be posting about that later today in the team Facebook group. But many congratulations. So next month you will get your increased discount, which is always wonderful. So, having done a live at 9 o'clock this morning, I'm just about recovered. Just about. Hello, Brenton, again. And I need to start by shouting out that today's projects for this are inspired by you, because I'm using the Santa Express Memories and More and Designer Series paper. And I saw your amazing array of cards, and I still have lots of cards to make, so I thought, let's make quick cards. So, hello Shaz again. Oh no, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Ineke. That's not good. Anti-nausea medication's not available in the EU. Really? Cool. We've been able to have it in the UK even before Brexit. That's odd. Is it not available as in you can't get hold of it because of global transport issues, or is it not available because you're not allowed it in the EU? I don't get. Hello, Leslie. Hope you're feeling well. Brenton, you shouldn't blush. But I spotted your Instagram posts and thought, now I know how I'm going to be able to finish making my 150 Christmas cards. Hello, Margaret. I'm glad you enjoyed the earlier video. I've got your bits to send out to you. They will be going out very shortly, your stamp set and stuff. So those will be going out possibly later this week. Hello, Jane from Georgia. Lots of rain with you. It's sunny here. We're actually going to have our first frost in the next few days. We have a winter weather warning, a level 3 winter weather warning. We've gone from unseasonably mild to unseasonably cold predictions for the next few days. So keeping my studio warm is going to be interesting. Hence, I'm wearing my late mother's Norwegian jumper and a few layers of thermals. Hello, Judith. Right, I'm going to get started. So I'm going to flip the camera down. At least the volume is working this time, or the audio, because when I went live earlier, it didn't. Hello, Karen. So this is some of the B-side of the Santa Express Designer Series paper, which, as I say, unfortunately in Europe is no longer available. But you could replace it with coloured cardstock that you just stamp on, or just coloured cardstock. Either would be fine. The fronts are these patterns, and I may use some of the fronts, but I'm mostly interested in the all-over patterns. The only one I haven't got without opening a new pack, which I'm loath to do, in case a customer or someone needs it, is the ho 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 one. Can't access your my unboxing video from the email you received. My big order arrived today too. If you just go to my YouTube channel, Leslie, you should be able to find it. So let's go through the cards that come in the Memories and More pack as well. Now, the Memories and More note cards and envelopes are no longer available in the UK. Sorry, in Europe. I keep forgetting it's Europe. Because as well as the UK, I work heavy frost with you, Margaret. Wow. I work across the UK, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, Belgium, and the Republic of Ireland. I've almost got that down pat now. It is not just my hobby, it is my job. Hence, my small pre-order is bigger than some of your main orders. But there we go. Your pain meds are not available either. Oh no, that's awful. Hello, Sherry. So we've been eating homegrown salad up until this week. I think today will be the last day we can do that because I think overnight tonight we're probably going to get our first frost. Anywho, so in the Memories and More card pack, you've got stickers, including 31 numbers. And then these are our large cards. Perfect for December Daily, if you do that. I do a thing similar to December Daily, but not quite the same. So those are our 6x4, and then our 4x3, we have lots. I think it's 4 of each. So Santa with a journaling card on the back, just crosses with peace and love, joy, peace and love on the reverse side. Journaling card, oh, we get more than 4, with Merry Christmas. Hi Debbie. 31 degrees forecast for tomorrow. Well, that's what happens when you're in the Southern Hemisphere. We had over 40 degrees last summer, or this summer. C is for Christmas cookies, Christmas cheer, carols, and a journaling box on the other side. Santa's train with It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas with a journaling box. And then we've seen the love, peace, joy thingy with the crosses on the back, and we've seen Santa. So my plan is to start by deciding which of these cards are going to be portrait and which are going to be landscape. Your surgery last year did help. Vertebrae is aligned now. The phone. Ooh. Ooh, nasty, Inika. Hello, Jan. My 4-year-old video, I must do it again. It's gone mad in the last few weeks, that video. Now, what I can't see is what Iniga said that Brenton is replying to. Ah! No, he doesn't, but he's going to. I'm going to nag him until he does, because I think he'd be awesome at it. Hello, Deborah. Would it be hard to die cut the cards from Memories and More? No, no. So if the image is, if there's a matching image in the dies, it's very easy to die cut. But yes, I'm really gutted, Inika, that you're feeling so unwell, as in pain. Particularly, she's just promoted. She has just promoted to Bronze Elite, which I am so thrilled about. It's not going to help the pain, unfortunately, but I'm really pleased that, because she joined our team not that long ago. So I'm going to keep those that way. So all I'm doing is sorting out which cards I'm going to use in which orientation. So I want my train. So these ones I'm going to have to split between the train and the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, because I've got both. But that's fine. They're going in that same orientation. And these will be Holly Jolly. So I've got, these are portrait. So I've only got 2 designs that I would do landscape. there's a near a Stampin' Up event near you next week. Excellent. We haven't got a Stampin' Up event. It must be being arranged by local demos or your DDM. Right, so I'm probably not going to use the stickers. Oh, the other things that come in the kit are... Now, I should say, these are on ridiculous reduction in the last chance list. So we've got Ho 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 acetate. We've got Merry and Bright. We've got The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And we've got Snowflakes. Again, I'm probably not going to use those on my cards because these are supposed to be quick cards. But we've also got Holidays, Happy, Holly Jolly, Peace, Winter, Wonderland, some Snowflakes and Stars, Merry Christmas, Celebrate, Ho Ho Ho, Santa, Noel, Joy, Snow, and more Snowflakes and Stars. And these are in veneers. Your DDM's arranging it. Wonderful. That's Thomas. I think that's Thomas, or is it Demir? No, can't remember. Anyway, so these will work as backgrounds. So Let It Snow you could almost use as a card on its own. I'm not quite that stingy when it comes to making my Christmas cards, but it's close. These I would use probably portrait, but you could use them landscape. These obviously you can use either way, and again you could just use that. Now I know that the Memories and More note cards and envelopes that match this have sold out in Europe, but you could use our ordinary note cards and envelopes, not a problem. And I should say that these cards I think are something like £4.50 for a pack, which is just ridiculous. So I'm going to cut my paper to get some landscape and some portrait. So these are my landscape ones. So we're looking at greens for those. So I'm thinking probably that one. So I'm going to cut that into pieces to use for those two, and then we'll come back to the others. So these are going to be, this doesn't actually matter on the direction. So because the cards are sized for 6x4, you can just cut your paper in half and then at 4 inches. And in fact, we can use this side as well for any portrait ones we want to do. So, and of course, had I cut it the other way, we could have used either or either. So just goes to show you should look at the other side as well. So, but I could use these ones for some of them as well. So we've got a little stack there. Then this I'm going to cut for portrait. This I'm going to be careful and cut so that it's either portrait or landscape. So I'm going to use this side as portrait and the other side as landscape. So I'm just going to cut this. Now you could, if you wanted, fussy cut out your centres and your Mrs. Centre, but I'm not going to. Oh, Inika, I'm sorry you're feeling so unwell, but I'm glad that this is cheering you up a bit. So, cutting this at 4 inches. I must admit I think it's the cold, slightly damp weather. My sciatica is giving me shit at the moment. And unfortunately, other than taking pain meds, there's nothing they can do because it's chemotherapy damage. So we've got parcels that go that way, or we've got dots which can go in any direction. So I'm going to stop with that for the moment. And actually I say that, no I'm not, I'm going to keep going. So I'm only going to look at the B side for these. And these, I don't think it matters which way we go, so I'm just going to cut these into 6x4 as well. Now, I do have lots, and I mean lots, of the note cards and envelopes, which is probably why they're sold out. No, it isn't, because I ordered them ages ago on the basis that I was going to make my Christmas cards with them, and then forgot until I saw Brenton's wonderful post. And if you don't follow him on Instagram, why not? So just go and search on Instagram for Brenton and he will come up, because I think he is probably the only Brenton on there. Right, so we don't need that anymore. So I'm going to grab my note cards and envelopes. So we've got Poppy Parade and Shaded Spruce for our envelopes, and the same for our note cards. So I'm going to start. These have got splatters. Oh, bless you, Inika. There's a reason you became a sparkling sunflower. Oh. Yes, thumbs up and share would be lovely. You don't have Instagram. Never mind, Inika. That's fine. Yes, we really do hope that you feel better soon, Inika. So, these are our note cards. Let's get them all the same way up. So, I'm going to start with green. And I'm going to start with my Merry Christmas cards. And I am literally going to, and I'm going to start with the cards that come in a pack. I'm literally just going to stick. This is not going to be tricky, folks. This is going to be mass production, because that's what this video is all about. I'm going to need to change my seal very soon, but they're refillable, so that's fine. So I'm just actually going to take one at a time so I can see properly. So these can be as elaborate or as simple as you want. I am going to use dimensionals because in the UK, one layer of dimensionals without putting an embellishment on top of the dimensional will go through the mail as a standard stamp. I can only talk for the UK. I cannot talk for the rest of the world. I wish he would do cards. He does some amazing crafts, doesn't he, Jan? He is a little bit of a hero. So for me, that can be a card. You can put embellishments on if you wish. But for me, how quick is that? Most of what we've been doing so far this morning is yakking and cutting paper. So, having done that one, let's do something a bit different. So I'm going to use the same background. I'm going to use some glue, actually, because it's card, it'll be fine. It's not like our basic white. It won't show. So tomorrow I'm having a day off. Well, some of a day off. And I'm going to a Christmas market, which is going to be fun. So I can take lots of nice Christmassy photographs for my December daily, amongst other things. And I want to get some Christmas gifts for various people. And I thought going somewhere a little different would be inspirational for when it comes to Christmas presents. You ordered the M&M cards last Thursday, hoping they'll arrive sooner. They should do. The warehouse in Europe is a couple of days behind, so but they are doing their best to catch up. There's nothing quite like a seasonal sale to slow things down. And of course, the joy of these note cards is the inside is white. So you don't have to worry about putting a lining. Sorry, I've got a cold nose, and cold nose equals runny. Right, okay, so let's switch colour and go red. Red dot. Actually, no, I'm going to stick with green because I have a thought for this one. So with the green, I'm going to take the petal pink, and that's going to go on there, and then that's going to go on top. I am just going to trim that down because this hasn't been trimmed perfectly. So it's easy enough to sort out. Just bring in my, it's just got a little bit of white down the side. So get rid of that. So later today, I will be, and this is part of the reason I'm having tomorrow off, I will be building a new storage unit because I'm running out of floor space, basically. I need to have a mass tidy up. I've got so much what I can only describe as toot in my room at the moment that it's just ridiculous. So I'm going to have a tidy. I've got lots of kits that I need to gift. We've got a toy drive at my gym. So some of them, if any that are child appropriate, I will be gifting because I can. So yes. And we have a new treat box kit coming out tomorrow. Now, if you don't like the pink against the pink, you can always take a sponge dauber and ink around the edge with shaded spruce, I would suggest, for this card. I'm going to go up a bit, but it doesn't bother me. And I'm sure it won't bother the people that get the card. Bye, Jan. Have a nice day at work. Karen has all the components to make these cards. Well, there you go. Inika hasn't got the DSP. But, Inika, you don't actually need the DSP. So, what you can do is just do that. If you've run out of the big cards, you can just do that. So, I would do that. Be even quicker. You went to Rochester on Saturday. Lots of crafts, Christmas decorations, mulled wine. Bit chilly, but lovely day out. Yes, it's going to be a bit chilly where I go. Don't mind. Don't mind. I've got my mother's Norwegian jumper. It's going to be fine. Now, this has something else on the other side. Right, the most wonderful time of the year. So, I am going to go... Oh, I think I'm going to do... Shall I do that? Why not? Yeah. So, these are really, really quick. So Karen hasn't got the DSP either. You, as I say, you really don't need the DSP because the cards are patterned. You really do not need the DSP. So please don't think you do. I'm using the DSP because I'm using it up, because I've got an open pack, so I'm going to use it. But this isn't DSP. This is one of the cards in the kit. So... And even if I didn't have this, I could either just go onto the green, or for this one, I would be very happy to go onto the dots. So you've got lots and lots of choice. Don't feel you have to use the DSP. Just the cards is absolutely fine, Inika. As I say, I'm only using the DSP because I've got it to use up. I'm not opening my unopened packet because that will go into my buy one get one free sale, which will be coming next year. So there we are, another card. It's almost square. So I've done 4 cards already, including yakking. Now we can also use this one. And this one, I think I will. Shall I do that? Or actually, I might do that. And this one I might, except no, I don't like the white on white. This one I might add one of the veneers. So we've got Merry Christmas, Celebrate, Ho Ho Ho, Santa, Noel, Joy. Happy holidays, holly jolly, peace, winter, wonderland. I think Santa, probably. I think ho 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 Santa, probably. So you do have to be a little careful with these.
Here is an answer from an Alexa answer.
Oh, we've got Alexa joining us. Alexa off. Because Alexa is all... No, Alexa off. Because my smart speaker is all set up for Christmas, I have to watch what I say. So I'm going to be... This is the back, by the way. So just be a little careful about how you push these out, because they are quite difficult, I have to say. What I'm thinking is potentially the other side might slip between the layers, or might not. But let's see what we can do. Yeah, it's really not easy to get these out. Oh, there we go. Yep, I have got it rather than broken it. You'll be using some of the cards for gift labels, absolutely. I am on a roll, Debbie. The family's coming from France, Inika. That's brilliant. We're exchanging gifts at Christmas for the first time in our lives. Wow. Wow, that's brilliant. So, Brenton, have you got any tips for getting these out? Because I know you used some. They are just so difficult. Maybe yours came out easier. I don't want to stab myself. Craft knife, I guess, but we don't do a craft knife, so it wouldn't be the thing I would instantly think of. I mean, you'd think they'd just come out, wouldn't you? Maybe I'm just being too delicate with them. I think that might be the problem. Hi, Jan. Never late. Can always watch back. Hey, you were here earlier. Oh, for crying out loud, this is ridiculous. So I'm on a roll apart from with these. Just as I think they're coming out, they don't want to come out. How about the brush tip of the Take Your Pick? Well, that's... Oh, I see. No, it's because they've got pips, and it's breaking the pip, which the brush wouldn't do. It is, I think, just a question of being delicate. Right, so that's actually not going to show terribly well on that, but we can change that. So the colour is... I was going to say Sweet Sorbet. I'm going to use Poppy Parade. So I am going to take this and I'm going to colour it with Poppy Parade because that will show up better. So this is my dark Poppy Parade blend. Doing it in mid-air, probably not the best idea in the world. Use your tape and being gentle, but a little firm, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Brenton. They're going to get caught as well. So just a little bit of perseverance. Mini Christmas cakes baked in small baked bean tins. Oh, what a great idea. What a great idea. I have actually got mini cake tins. It's like a muffin tin, but with individual cakes. And I have done mini Christmas cakes and Victoria sandwich in them. Victoria sandwich cake. Now, my maternal grandmother God rest her soul. It's one of the things my father used to get very irritated by. She would always serve sponge cake. No, sponge. Yes, would you like a piece of sponge, Tom? My father being called Tom, to which the answer was, I would love a piece of sponge cake. Because he doesn't really want a piece of sponge. Who would, frankly? Right, okay, so we're going to go ho, ho, ho. We'll worry about Santa at some other point. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. Isn't it wonderful that here I am in rural Oxfordshire and I can have a conversation with Brenton, who is down in Australia, asking his advice on how to get things out. Isn't this just the most wonderful community? I think it's just amazing. The joys of Stampin' Up and YouTube. Right, so that's going to go there. And again, you could use a sponge dauber if you want more definition on your card edges. And then this, we're just going to stick there. It's not the best background for it to be on, but it'll... Ooh, I could actually... I think I'm going to stick it on there, actually. Now, I'm thinking... Could either use mini glue dots or fine tip glue. Now I do have fine tip glue somewhere. There we are. Wink of Stella. Ooh, might have to do some of that as well. What's a Victoria sandwich cake? What are Victoria cakes? Right, so they're a plain, as in vanilla, sponge cake. 2 layers. So you normally bake them separately, although some people do bake them individually. Oh, sorry, as one and then slice them in half. So it's just an ordinary sponge cake, vanilla, that is then filled with, depending on just how posh you want it to be, either vanilla icing and jam or whipped cream and jam. And then the top generally just has icing sugar dusted over the top of it, so it looks quite plain to look at, but it's got a sandwich of, as I say, either icing or cream with generally strawberry or raspberry jam. So it's a very simple cake to make. Because it's just butter, sugar, flour, eggs, and a bit of vanilla. Really simple to make. And yeah. Thank you, Leslie. Jam and cream. Yep. It's the first time of doing stir-up Christmas cake since you were married. Wow. Stir-up Sunday was a church thing, I remember. Right, Wink of Stella. Have I got anything in my Wink of Stella? Doesn't look like it. That looks a bit better. So let's add some Wink of Stella as well. Ooh! Ooh! So this one obviously is a little bit longer to make. Oh, I like the Wink of Stella. It helps make it pop as well. Brilliant. Good. Good call, Brenton. Wow. Very good call. So that's our ho 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 card. I think I might avoid doing any more just yet with the veneers. This would be a large letter in the UK, just so you know. Right, okay, so we've done that one. I must do Holly Jolly. So we've got Holly Jolly, and I'm going to use Shooting Stars for that on green. So how do you make icing? What do you do to add? What do you add to the butter? Butter. Oh, you're right, Brenton. Wink of Stella on those veneers is just lovely. Now, the only thing I would just caution, and purely so that you're aware, If you use Wink of Stella on top of blends, because there is a small amount of alcohol in Wink of Stella, you will stain the tip of your Wink of Stella brush, so you do need to clean it before you use it again. Obviously, if you're doing it straight onto the veneers without putting blend on, not an issue. Right, which is the one that I think this is the one that's actually got something in it. I'm going to just put Wink of Stella all over my desk. Just going to get that running a wee bit. Oh, it's nearly empty. Oop. Oh, didn't want quite that much, and definitely didn't want it on my fingers. It's all right, I'm going to be covering that up, so it doesn't matter. But a bit of Wink of Stella just over the background gives it an extra little something. I'll scoop all that up with a piece of tissue. There we are. That's going to be covered, so I'm really not fussed. But a little sprinkle of Wink of Stella is never a bad thing. And then I can pop this over the top. Sounds like a rich cake. It's not that bad, actually. You make your own marzipan and royal icing. I would certainly say there is a big difference between the marzipan you get in the shops and homemade. Huge difference. Ooh, these just happen to be on my desk. So, these are the red rhinestones. So let's add 3 red rhinestones. Again, I've just made this an expensive card to post in the UK. But we've now got little red rhinestones on our berries. So a nice bit of sparkle. I've got lots of red rhinestones left, so that's easy. So that's Holly Jolly. We've got to use Santa, of course. And I think I'm going to use the candy cane card for Santa. Or do I want... Ooh, that would be... Oh, no. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll use the prezzies because that seems more appropriate somehow. And I'm going to use a green base. And again... Holly Jolly, yeah, that is just so easy. I mean, come on. A piece of background and a card and some rhinestones. This is why, I mean, if you can get these cards or you have them already, these are just perfect, quick cards. By the way, team, some of you might be getting these. You might be seeing them in advance of them being sent. Might not. Haven't decided yet which ones are going to the team and which ones are going to customers and friends. A lot of it will be down to my husband, who tends to do the writing of the cards first. So he does all the friends, you know, our personal friends, or joint friends, I should say. And then I get what's left over. Which, you know, hey, I only make them. I think I've got something like 150 to make this year. So, really simple card. You got 10 out of 10 for your sponge cake at grammar school when you were 14. Wow. Victoria sandwich with coffee, butter, cream filling, and glacé chocolate icing on top, decorated with walnuts. Oh, I'm not surprised. You're not keen on marzipan either. Way too sweet. Okay. But your husband loves it. It is quite sweet, but hey, I think it's the word I'm looking for. Right, so this is going to be another really quick card, so I'm going to pop that on there. So really quick. Again, I'm going to layer it. I think if you're doing cards that are this simple, it's well worth doing something extra to them. So not just sticking A to B, but, you know, popping things up, adding the odd bit of glitter or Rhinestone, and by glitter I mean Wink of Stella. Absolutely, Brenton. Which, as I say, was why when I spotted your post on Instagram, it was like, this is happening. This is what I need. Not that one. It's this one. I am going to colour in the C. For C is 4. You don't have to be that accurate. But it's really simple to colour in because it's just, you know, a paintbrush, and I do need to dig out a new Wink of Stella, but other than that, and you can even colour across there. And that's what I mean by you can just turn it from something quite simple into something a little special. So let's see if you can you see that Wink of Stella? Yay, there it is. Just get that little pop of glitter. Oh, cheese with Christmas cake is an absolute must. I think traditionally it was Wensleydale, which isn't that sharp, but it's a bit sharp. Do I decorate the inside? Sometimes. Don't need to worry about the envelopes because they're already patterned. Sometimes I do. Again, it depends if I've got DSP to use up. Celebrate wood piece on the card too. Absolutely. Yeah, the only reason I'm not using the wood at this moment is because it does take a little while to get it out. So it is a bit, you know. So that's, you just keep going. Did I do It's a Wonderful Time? I don't think I did. I don't think I did that one, so we need to do that. And that one I think I will use the candy canes. And I think I'll use a red card, because I don't think that's going to go terribly well with the green. It looks a bit washed out on the green. Yeah, Wensleydale with Christmas cake, absolutely. No, Wensleydale is not a blue cheese. It's a white, fairly crumbly cheese. I hate blue cheese. Absolutely hate it with a passion. My dear maternal grandfather was a mad chemistry professor. I mean, he was lovely, don't get me wrong. He was the most amazing guy. Sadly, he passed away when I was still quite young. And because he was a mad chemistry professor, he would obviously like to introduce his grandchildren to science. So one Christmas, as it happens, when I can't have been more than 5 or 6 because I was 7 when he passed away, he decided it would be a really good idea to show his grandchildren what blue cheese, and specifically Stilton, looked like under a microscope. Yeah, not the best idea when you've got a grandchild who is already quite a fussy eater. I'm not such a fussy eater as I was then now, but I was a very fussy eater then. Let's just say it moves. I'm not going to eat anything that moves. Since then I can't really eat it. No, it's not yummy. The Wensleydale's yummy, but oh yes, absolutely. No, you've got to try it, Audrey. Definitely. It's a game changer. Right, so let's keep going. Let's see how many more cards I can make before 12 o'clock. So we are already up to lots is the answer. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. And that included 20 minutes of blether. Oh, and they've all gone and fallen over. There we are. Put them back up again. Please stand up. Thank you. Right, so for this, I am going to use more of my Designer Series paper. I've still got cards left for the background instead. I think I'm going to go that. Although I am tempted to go that. Yep, I'm going to go that. Penicillin, absolutely. Pitch black with you, Barbara. Hello, Barbara. Too early to make Norwegian waffles for church brunch. Up early to make... Oh, cardamom waffles. Oh, can I come, please? Sounds yummy. I love waffles. Cardamom flavoured waffles. Yum, 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 yum. Ooh. When we were at Onstage in Vienna, the hotel that we stayed in, which was nothing particularly... Oh, got 2 pieces. It was nothing particularly smart. It was a Hampton by Hilton, so it wasn't a bucket shop. But it was not smart. They had a waffle making station. Where you could just make your own waffles for breakfast. Oh, yum, 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 yum. And if I timed it right, one of my friends would be making a waffle just as I was walking past, and she could make 2. So there were a couple of friends who would be just slightly ahead of me, and I'd go, oh, could you put some in for me as well? And there was space for 2 waffles, so which worked really well. So there we are, that's 10. You're the only one who dislikes blue cheese. I'm the only one who dislikes blue cheese too, so I'm with you on that one. Right, I'm going to try this and see if it works. It may look horrible, but it may work. I quite like that. I might, if I was thinking about it, put some colour around the outside of the small card, but the small card which is covered in Wink of Stella, because everything on my desk is now covered in Wink of Stella. Acquired gorgonzola. No, any blue cheese. Yeesh. We were staying the night with a friend or the parents of a friend of ours. Oh, many years ago. I mean, it must be 25 years ago at least. And they had cauliflower cheese, which they kindly served as one of the accompaniments to our evening meal. I love cauliflower cheese. The only problem was they'd made it with blue cheese. And once I'd taken it, of course, I had to eat it, because it would be rude not to. Not convinced by that one, but it's a card. So yes. Ugh. Horrid. Right, I'm going to finish off with the greens. And I'm going to go fa la 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 la. Yeah, I'm with you, Inika. As I say, I hadn't realised that this cauliflower cheese had been made with Stilton, and I didn't know when I had my first mouthful, but I knew the moment I had my first mouthful. It was disgusting. I mean, truly, truly the worst thing you could possibly imagine if you don't like blue cheese. If you like blue cheese, I'm sure it was delicious. But I had to sit there and eat the whole thing because I was brought up to do that. You never serve cauliflower cheese as a side dish. We tend to have it as a main dish as well, Audrey. With nice crusty bread. with lots of sauce so that you can use the bread to scoop up the cheese sauce. Oh, my idea of heaven. Now remember, rhinestones, pearls would all be very acceptable on these, just to bling them up a bit. So what have we still got left? We've got holly jolly. I do like holly jolly. I think some more fa la 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 would be good for that. Yep. Don't even like the smell of blue cheese. Yep, with you. Don't even like the look of it. Awful, dreadful, invention of the devil. Not my idea of nice. But hey ho. And the worst thing is when someone uses the cheese knife and then passes it to you, having used it for Stilton, and expects you to use it for something else. It's not going to happen. Sorry, it's going to be a blue cheese free zone. Not going to have blue cheese anywhere near me. Thank you very much. Yeah, put it in the fridge, forget to wrap it. And actually, cheese shouldn't be in a fridge, generally speaking. Somewhere cool, absolutely. You know, back in the day when one had a larder, and my grandmother had a cold larder and a dry store larder. The cold larder had a north-facing grill and marble tops so that things would stay cold in the summer. Right, that's all my green cards for this pack of cards. So let's see if I can finish using what I have before the hour is up. So I'm thinking we need something quite solid as a background for that. So I think I might go fa la 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 again. Ooh, except no, busy busy. So we'll go fa la 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 again. Yep, that's better. And then we'll have a count up to see just how many cards you can make while chatting with your global friends on a Tuesday. Meat safe, yep. Huge pantry, stone floor, yep. That was basically what this was. And in the summer, my grandmother would hang a cheesecloth, a wet cheesecloth that actually would be in water at the bottom, over the grill on the window so that it kept everything really cool. Oh, cold larder, ooh, upside down. Cold larder and a Rayburn. Oh, I love a Rayburn. Although they've now been bought up by Argo, which makes sense because they are basically the same thing. I know they're not. Before anyone says they're not the same at all, I do know that. Right, I'm thinking snowflakes for Merry Christmas. Blue. Ooh, I do like that. Can use that for the next card and whatever I put on that. Come on. And then I will be building furniture. And then this evening we have our Flower Club Christmas event, which means we will get to see a really good florist make arrangements for Christmas, amongst other things. It's always a fun event, but of course we haven't had it fully for the last few years because of the delightful lockdown that we've all been through. Brenton, how are things in Australia with COVID these days? Because I know you've had some rough times. You went for zero tolerance, which we kind of didn't, which in the long run I think not going for zero tolerance probably has worked in our favour. Although, you know, there have been quite a lot of deaths, I do know that. But I think our resistance is a bit better now. Oh, great. I'm so pleased, Karen. What is a Rayburn? Oh, okay. They are, historically, they would be like a range. So they'd have hot plates and ovens, and they would normally, back in the day, be powered with solid fuel, either wood or coal. And you could also use them for I knew I was going to do something. Oh yes, I was going to use the trees. You could heat your house with them as well. The only problem with a Rayburn is that that's better. You can't turn it off. And the ovens would be different temperatures, so you'd have more than one oven. And each one would be, so you'd have a roasting oven and a warming oven and things, depending on how many ovens you had. They were each at a different kind of set temperature. It's a very different way of cooking. We went away with some friends many years ago for just leading up to Christmas. And we stayed in a place that had an Aga, and the key was to not let it go out, because if you let it go out, it was a nightmare to get going again. And the one we had it was coke, so like coal, but not. And it was great. It was things like, I'd say it as we went to bed in the evenings, does anyone want porridge for breakfast? And I'd put porridge in the warming drawer overnight, and it would be just unctuous the next morning. Pretty much controlled. There have been recent outbreak, and now they're talking about there being a new strain going around. We have a different variant of Omicron B2, but it doesn't seem to be any worse than what's been going around anyway. So, and having had it twice and being jabbed 4 times, I feel reasonably confident that I'm as protected as I can be. Right, so I've still got all these cards left, and this is what we have made. So I will put some adornments on. You had a cooker as well. Often people have a cooker for the summer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in about 40 minutes with chat. That's 16 more I don't have to make. Yay! So there we go. So as I say, the note cards and envelopes are no longer available, but the Memories and More pack is still available in Europe. I don't know about the rest of the world, I'm afraid. And I say they're about £4.50, something like that. They're 60% off anyway. You do need to, if you want them before Christmas, you do need to get a wiggle on. We've been told that the last posting day or ordering day for Europe is probably the 16th. If you've got anything that you need to get in the post in the UK, last posting day is probably the end of this week, because our postal workers are on strike for quite a lot of next week, as are our rail workers. That's in just one, well, it's less than 1 hour in a so yes. So there you go. This is a great way to make quick cards, and if you haven't got the note cards and envelopes, just use the ordinary Memories and More note cards and envelopes. They come in 2 sizes, so you get the large and small, and for the small you can just use one of these. Just make it a small card. So I'm going to flip the camera up so that I can say goodbye properly. Ooh. So thank you very much. Yeah, good luck with the post, absolutely. Thank you very much for joining me for a second time this morning, some of you. I hope you found that helpful. Just wait for the RAF to fly over. Don't know why they're quite so low today. They don't normally fly at this time of the day. And yes, absolutely, Inika, inspired by Brenton. If you are on Instagram, please go and find him and follow him because he's awe-inspiring. Busy day already, Shaz, yes. And now I've got to build some furniture. So thank you very much indeed. Oh, for crying out loud. They are having fun. Can't even see where they are. As I say, normally we don't get them at this time of the day. So if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Sharing equally is appreciated. If you don't already subscribe, you can do that by clicking the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. I will be back again on Thursday for another live crafting session. Absolutely feel better, Inika. Leslie, I'm glad things are improving, but I hope they improve quickly. Shaz, ditto. And I will see you all again on Thursday or soon. Bye for now.